I really love playing with getting this front body to knit in to support the skeleton, and then doing the pelvis manipulation with our feet, right? So come onto your back. We can start with a few windshield wipers because they're nice, right? With the feet wide, let both knees go to the left and the right. We're going to find plank on our back. After a couple of those, just come to neutral. And notice your upper back between your shoulder blades. If you're someone for whom the spine touches first before the shoulders, that's one bit of information. If your shoulders hit before the spine, what we want to do is fill in the back of the ribs. Right? So reach your arms up to the sky, then bend them, clasp opposite elbows. Draw your chin towards your chest and pull the forearms up, pull the shoulder blades away, and then see if you can land down, spine first, and then the shoulder blades, and then relax the back of the skull. Make sure you're lengthening the back of the neck so that the skull is resting right above the occipital bone, but the forehead and the chin are parallel, or at least the forehead might be slightly in front. And if the chin's higher, just roll your mat up a little bit so you get the forehead up in line with the chin. Trying to fill in the back of the ribs. Even here, if you just try to breathe into the back of the ribs, you can feel that the front of the ribs move a little bit more towards each other than when your shoulder blades are down first. So get those ribs and knit them in and down like you're tethering the lowest ribs, lacing them across each other. And then notice your shoulders, because we want to bring our shoulder heads to neutral, which means they're not rolling forward. Take your arms out to the side, reach wide, and then rotate the arms externally and bring the shoulder heads back down to the ground. It should feel like you're starting to get a stretch now in the front of the chest, maybe the upper arms, maybe the chin wants to lift, something wants to lift to give you room. Maybe the back is pulling away from the floor. And then bring awareness to the pelvis. We're going to do some little pelvic tilts coming in and out of neutral, but using our feet. With the feet on the ground, like you're setting up for bridge pose, press down into the feet. Actively press the feet into the earth. And you should begin to feel some engagement in the low belly and the core, and maybe even in the ribs. And then when you're pressing down into the feet, you're not lifting the pelvis or anything. You're going to press down to the feet and isometrically press them away from you. And you should start to get a little bit of a posterior tilt in your pelvis, right? The pubic bone lifts up away from the ground and the top of the pelvis moves back towards the ground. And then when you press into the feet and symmetrically pull the heels towards you, you get a little bit of arch in the back, right? The top of the pelvis lifts up and the pubic bone drops down. Then we're coming in and out of neutral with our feet, with the pelvis, right? So we're going to find neutral, and neutral is when the as-is bones and the pelvis are level, right? So I'm going to take my arms out of where they are and bring them onto the pelvis. I thought I was neutral, but my pubic bone was higher than my as-is bone. So I'm going to find neutral. And then again, we take all of the tissue in the front body, all the musculature, and we move it towards the bony structure, towards the spine. Bring your legs together. We're still pressing into the feet. Lift up the toes, flexing your feet. And then with a strong connection to start to extend your legs straight and take your time. At some point in time, your body's going to want to open the ribs or adjust the pelvis. Keep those knitted in. Keep those knitted in. Oh my gosh, keep those knitted in. It's so interesting. So the legs are extending long, the crown, the head is reaching forward, the pelvis is knitting in, the tissue in the low belly is pulling in to help support a neutral pelvis. You can still use your heels here, you can still press down and away and down and in, and the ribs knit in, and then you'll bring your arms up to the ceiling, flex the palms, get the shoulder heads on the back, and again, see what you lost. All of a sudden my ribs opened up, I gotta fill in the back body. Reach the crown of the head forward. And then we get even longer through the heel and the crown of the heads as we bend the arms and bring the upper arms alongside the torso, not hugging in, don't hug in. Don't bring the elbows all the way to the ground because that's not where our shoulders are. And then get the whole firm body, come to the floor, come to the floor. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then release. And then come up. Whew. So how'd that feel? Hopefully it was hard. Yeah. Yeah, it's like crazy. But that's the degree to which we want to find that when we're, we have gravity working against us.